Hi guys, in this video, let's talk about financial instruments. When it comes to financial instruments, guys, we have three accounting standards. First, we have IAS 32, which talks about the presentation of financial instruments. Then we have IFRS 7, which talks about the disclosures. And we have IFRS 9, which talks about the measurement and recognition of financial instruments. Okay. So guys, first of all, guys, you have to understand what is a financial instrument, right? It's like this. A financial instrument is a contractual right to receive cash of one party. At the very moment, it's a contractual obligation to deliver cash of another party or equity instrument of another party, guys. So that is the introduction of a financial instrument, right? That is the basic definition, guys. Okay. For example, let's say company A sells good to company B on credit basis. Okay. So then for company A, there will be a receivable amount. For company B, there will be a payable amount, right? So guys, do you see for company A, that receivable amount is a financial asset? Why? Because company A has a contractual right to receive cash, right? At the very time, guys, at the same moment, company B has a contractual obligation to deliver cash to company A, right? So it is a financial liability which is called payables to company B, right? That is a simple example that I gave. Okay. Now let's look at the definitions of financial asset and financial liability. Financial asset, right? Financial asset can be cash or an equivalent of cash, a contractual right to receive cash, a right to exchange financial instruments with another entity under conditions that are favorable for the entity. Okay. A financial liability, guys, how can you sort of give a definition to financial liabilities? A financial liability is a contractual obligation to deliver cash, a contractual obligation to exchange financial instruments with another entity under conditions that are unfavorable for the entity. Okay. Now moving on to an example, guys. Look at the example. Company Ross sells goods worth $100,000 to company Joy on credit basis. Okay. So for us, the $100,000 is a trade receivable, right? Which for us is a financial asset, a contractual right to receive cash. Okay. For Joey, guys, the 100,000 is a trade payable, right? Because he has a contractual obligation to deliver cash. So therefore, it's a financial liability to him, right? Cool. Then look at example number 2, right? Rachel purchases $50,000 worth equity shares of Central Perk. Okay. For Rachel, that $50,000, it's an investment, no guys. So it's an investment. That means it is a financial asset for Rachel, right? At the very moment, guys, for Central Perk company, that $50,000 worth of shares, it's equity, no? So guys, it's equity, right? So do you see how things work? Now, guys, what you need to remember with regard to financial instruments, right, is this classification. Understand this classification properly, guys. This will be very, very useful, right? Now, look at this. Financial instruments are basically divided into two parts, right? Financial assets and financial liabilities. I have given examples, right? Financial assets. We have receivables, purchase loan notes, purchase ordinary share capital. Now, look at this. The financial asset is further subdivided into two parts, as financial assets which are equity instruments, financial assets which are debt instruments, right? Financial assets which are equity instruments, what are the examples? Investment in ordinary share capital, right? Financial assets which are debt instruments, what is the example? Investment in loan notes, okay? Then we have financial liabilities, issued loan notes, issued debentures, payables, right? So guys, in this video, these are the things that I wanted to explain, right? So this is the very basic foundation that I laid with regard to the standards financial instruments. Okay. So I hope you guys understood this. So if you guys can just go through this video again and try to understand the concepts, guys, and definitions. In the next video, let's talk about the financial assets and financial liabilities in a more descriptive manner, guys. Okay. For now, thank you. Have a nice day, guys.